Welcome all my dear beloved Psychic Primary School Data Time for Science, and today we'll have a new revision of what we have started this semester. So now let's start without delaying what we have started this semester and start with the question of writing the scientific term. And I advised you more and more. قلت أكتر مرة نصيحة مهمة جدا in this question, especially read the question carefully, especially the first word or the first two words, because they may be the key word. ممكن هم يكونوا مفتاح الحل. دايما في سؤال scientific term مهم قوي أقرأ أول كلمة أو أول كلمتين بتركيز وعناية شديدة شوية لأن هم تقريبا مفتاح الحل. So now let's practice the scientific term question that says number one, or sorry, complete question. Wheelbarrow is considered as a what class lever? Wheelbarrow is considered as what class lever? Second class lever. We know that wheelbarrow is what class lever? Is a second class lever. Another question that says levers that always conserve effort. Levers that always conserve effort. lever دايما بتوفر مجهود أو ممكن نسميها in another way the best type of lever, أحسن نوع lever. Sure, they will be the second class lever. Second class lever, they are the lever that always conserves effort. Another question that says lever that sometimes conserves effort. Lever that sometimes conserves effort. lever اللي أحيانا بتوفر مجهود مش دايما, and it depends on the position of the fulcrum between the effort force and the resistance. Sure, they will be the first class lever. Again, lever that sometimes conserves effort, they will be the first class lever. يبقى نفرق مهم قوي ما بين كلمة lever sometimes conserve effort و lever always conserve effort. الليفر اللي دايما بتوفر مجهود هي السكند كلاس ليفر, لكن الليفر اللي احيانا بتوفر مجهود هي first class lever. Another question that says levers that always don't conserve effort. هنا كأنه بيقول لي the worst type of lever, أسوأ نوع من الليفر. أسوأ نوع من الليفر يعني أسوأ نوع في توفير مجهود, لكن بيستخدموا لأسباب تانية. For example, avoid danger. For example, move force from place to place. For another example, increase distance such as the hockey pad. So they will be the third class lever. Levers that always don't conserve effort, they will be the third class lever. النوع الثالث من الليفر هو اللي دايما مش بيوفر مجهود. Another question that says an astronomical phenomenon where the moon comes between the sun and the earth, between sun and the earth on the same straight line. Again, the question says an astronomical phenomenon where the moon comes between the sun and the earth on the same straight line. Surely it will be the solar eclipse. طب أعرف إزاي إن solar أو lunar؟ لو قال لي المون هو in the middle position between sun and the earth, it will be solar eclipse. So what happened if the earth comes between the sun and the earth? طب يحصل إيه لو الإيرث هي اللي ما بين الsun والمون؟ It will be lunar eclipse. So again the question says an astronomical phenomenon where moon comes between the sun and the earth on the same straight line, surely it will be the solar eclipse أو كسوف الشمس. Another question that says an astronomical phenomena where earth comes between the sun and the moon on the same straight line. An astronomical phenomenon where earth comes between the sun and the moon on the same straight line. هنا الearth هي in the middle, هي اللي في المنتصف. So it will be lunar eclipse أو خسوف القمر. So again we have studied two astronomical phenomena which are very interesting and very easy at the same time. The main difference between them, الفرق الرئيسي بينهم, the middle body, الجزء اللي في المنتصف أو الجسم اللي في المنتصف. In the solar eclipse, the moon is in the middle. In the solar eclipse, the earth in the middle between sun and the earth, the sun and the moon, sorry, and on the same straight line. يبقى تاني لو قال لي earth here in the middle, it will be lunar eclipse. Moon in the middle, it will be solar eclipse. Another question. A coiled thin wire made of tungsten in the light bulb. A coiled thin wire made of tungsten in the light bulb. سلك ملفوف حلزوني مصنوع من التنجستين في المصباح الكهربي. Surely it will be the tungsten filament. And we have answered the question of give reason more and more like this point. The question says give reason the tungsten or the filament made of tungsten in the light bulb. ليه بستخدم tungsten تحديدا في الفيلامنت in the light bulb? Because tungsten has high melting point. Again, a coiled thin wire made of tungsten in the light bulb, it will be the tungsten filament. Tungsten filament. Fires occurs as a result of electricity. Fires occurs as a result of electricity. حرائق تنتج عن الكهرباء. Surely it will be the electric fire. Again, the question says fires occurs as a result of electricity. It will be the electric fire أو الحرائق الكهربائية. Again, we have studied three dangers of electricity, which are electric fire, electric shock, and electric burn. And we must differentiate. لازم نفرق ما بين electric fire معناه احتراق في مكان and electric burn احتراق في جسم الإنسان. Okay, again, electric fire means a fire that occurs in a place احتراق في مكان, but electric burn that means the fire or the touching a very hot thing by the human body that may lead to damage of the body tissues. ممكن تؤدي إلى تلف أنسجة جسم الإنسان. So again, fires occurs as a result of electricity. It will be the electric fire. Electric fire. They are the fires occurs as a result of electricity. Another question that says, it consists of a battery, a lamp, and connecting wires. حاجة تتكون من battery, بطارية, a lamp, مصباح كهربي, and connecting wires. So sure, it will be the electric circuit. Electric circuit هي الدائرة الكهربية. So again, electric circuit consists of what? Consists of a battery, a lamp, and also connecting wires. And maybe sometimes there is a key or a switch. ربما بعض الأحيان يكون في الدائرة الكهربية حاجة بنسميها key أو switch. يعني مفتاح للدائرة الكهربية. So again, it consists of a battery, a lamp, and connecting wires. It will be the electric circuit, الدائرة الكهربية. Another question that says, a disease caused by direct observation of the solar eclipse. لو حد كده حاول يبص للsolar eclipse directly, قلنا أكتر مرة, it's very dangerous and I must warn you for direct observation of the solar eclipse. Why? Because it may cause a very dangerous disease that is blindness. ممكن تسبب لا قدر الله عمى. A disease caused by direct observation of the solar eclipse, it may cause blindness. ممكن تسبب عمى. So again, a disease caused by direct observation of the solar eclipse, it may cause blindness. So we must wear what? We must wear special glasses to avoid or to protect our eyes from blindness. لازم ألبس نظارات خاصة عشان أحمي عينيا من blindness أو العمى اللي ممكن لا قدر الله يحصل لو بصينا بشكل مباشر direct observation to the solar eclipse. Another question that says, I'm sorry, the way where the bulbs are connected in branching roots. The way where the bulbs are connected in branching roots. We have studied two ways of connecting bulbs. درسنا نوعين من توصيل لمبات, series and parallel. series على التوالي, parallel على التوازي. Which way of them has branching root? مين الطريقة اللي فيها branching root? Sure, it will be the parallel connection. The parallel connection, it is the way where the bulbs are connected in branching roots. هي الطريقة اللي بوصل بيها اللمبات in parallel connection أو توصيل على التوازي. So again, I have a very important give reason question in this point. هنا في سؤال مهم جدا give reason بيتعرض ليه أكتر من مرة. The question says give reason, نكتب مع بعض. The question says give reason. Parallel connection is preferred than the series connection. نكتب مع بعض السؤال. السؤال بيقول لي the parallel connection, the parallel connection, okay, the parallel connection is preferred, اللي هو مفضل أكتر, is preferred than series connection. In this question, I have many reasons, not only one reason. ليه parallel connection دايما هو preferred أو بنفضله على series connection? Because in parallel connection, في حالة parallel, in parallel connection, if one lamp is burned out, لو في لمبة اتحرقت or unscrewed أو اتفكت من مكانها أو أي سبب, all the other lamps, كل لمبات تانية still work and give light. So For this reason, parallel connection is preferred. Why is parallel connection preferred? ليه بفضل البارallel عن السيريز؟ Because in parallel connection, if one lamp is burned, لو في لمبة اتحرقت, all the other lamps still work and give light. And I have another answer. في إجابة تانية للسؤال ده بتقول لي إيه؟ Because in parallel connection each lamp works independently. ممكن أقول كمان إن كل لمبة في البارallel بتشتغل بشكل مستقل ملهاش علاقة خالص بأي لمبة تانية. عشان كده I have another answer for this question. The question again says, سؤال تاني بيقول لي give reason parallel connection is preferred than the series connection. ليه البارallel مفضل عن السيريز؟ I can write because in parallel connection في حالة البارallel each lamp كل لمبة each lamp works independently. يعني ايه independently؟ بشكل مستقل. لو في أي لمبة تانية حصل لها أي damage أو break up أو turn off اتطفت أو اتحرقت أو أي سبب يمنعها من illumination الإضاءة, all the other lamps aren't affected. أي لمبة تانية بتتأثرش and still working and give light. So I can say because in parallel connection each lamp works independently. Each lamp works independently يعني كل لمبة بتشتغل بشكل مستقل. So now let's back again to the questions of our general revision or general review today, which I have collected for you this semester. So another question that says the American scientist who invented the light bulb. The American scientist who invented the light bulb. Surely I know you know this great scientist who invented the light bulb and had made many discoveries in our life, and his name is Thomas Alva Edison. So again, the American scientist who invented the light bulb, it will be the great scientist, عالم مشهور جدا. وقلنا اكتر مره ريت نقرا قصه حياته لانها قصه مؤثره جدا ونتعلم منها حاجات حلوه قوي كتير. توماس ألفا إديسون was the great scientist or the great American scientist who invented the light bulb. Another question. The way where the bulbs are connected in branching routes. الطريقه اللي بوصل بيها اللمبات قلناها من شويه in branching routes فيها طرق متفرعه. It will be parallel. So what about series? In series connection I have only one route. في حاله السيريز connection عندي بس طريق واحد بس للكهرباء بنسميه only one route. طريق واحد بس للكهرباء. So again, the way where the bulbs are connected in branching routes, it will be the parallel connection. So what about the way where the bulbs are connected in only one route, طريق واحد بس للكهرباء, it will be the series connection. Another question that says, American scientist who invented also the light bulb, it will be the great scientist Thomas Alva Edison. I think it will be the repeated question. The scientist who described the levers, العالم اللي وصف الليفر, he was a great scientist also in physics, but in old ages, لكن في عصور قديمة قوي, he was Archimedes or Archimedes. He was a scientist who described the levers. Another question. Scientists who described the levers, the same question. هنا أنا بكرر السؤال أكتر مرة لأنه جه في أكتر من محافظة في السنة اللي فاتت. It will be the Archimedes scientist. Another type of question, which is the complete the following statements or sentences. In this question, please read the question carefully, especially all the question. أنا مش هقول بس أول نقطة أو أول كلمة في السؤال، لكن كل سؤال مهم جدا because you may need certain arrangement. ربما تحتاج ترتيب معين في السؤال، لكن ساعات في بعض الإجابات مش محتاجة ترتيب معين. So again, complete the following statements in this question, please. Before you answer, قبل ما تجاوب أي حاجة, read the question carefully, all the question till the end word. اقرا السؤال لغاية آخر كلمة. The question says, the light bulb consists of what and what. المصباح الكهربي أو اللمبة الكهربائية بتتكون من إيه؟ We know that the light bulb consists of base, glass bulb, and also the tungsten filament. طب هنا الترتيب مهم؟ لا، ممكن أكتب من غير ترتيب، مش مشكلة أو الترتيب، لكن في بعض الكويشنز ربما يكون محتاجين ترتيب معين. The light bulb consists of base القاعدة, glass bulb الانتفاخ الزجاجي, and also the filament made of tungsten. And I remind you بفكركم تاني, why the filament is made of tungsten. ليه بعمل filament من tungsten تحديدا؟ because tungsten has high melting point. because tungsten has high melting point. لأن التنجستين عنده درجة انصهار عالية جدا بالمقارنة بأي metal تاني. Again, the light bulb consists of base, glass bulb, and the filament. Base, glass bulb, and the filament. Another question that says, light bulb changes what energy into what energy? Light bulb changes what energy into what energy? It changes electric energy into light energy. It changes what? Electric energy into light energy. Another question that says, types of solar eclipse are what, and what? We have studied 3 types of solar eclipse, which are total solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse, and at last the annular solar eclipse. We have studied also 3 types of lunar eclipse. So again, types of solar eclipse are total, partial, annular. Total solar eclipse سميناه كسوف شمس كلي. I can see the sun completely because the moon covers all the sun. Partial solar eclipse I can see only a part of the sun. بشوف بس جزء من الشمس. Why? Because the moon covers a part of the sun. And at last the annular solar eclipse which I can see only the lighted ring. بشوف بس حلقة مضيئة from the sun. So I have here 3 types of eclipses which we have studied this semester. So again, we have 3 types of eclipses which are total, partial, annular solar eclipse. Another question that says, fluorescent lamp. Fluorescent lamp, take care. It isn't the light bulb, it's a fluorescent lamp. ناخد بالنا كويس قوي هو بيتكلم عن أي lamp. Consists of what, and what? Surely we know that fluorescent lamp consists of 3 parts or 3 main parts which are number 1, glass tube. Number 2, 2 filaments of tungsten. Glass tube, 2 filaments of tungsten, not only 1 filament, هي فتيلتين مش فتيلة واحدة من التنجستين. And at last 2 points of connection, نقطتين توصيل to connect electricity to the filament of tungsten. And again, why tungsten is preferred in the light bulb or the fluorescent lamp? ليه بستخدم tungsten تحديدا في كل أنواع اللمبات؟ Because tungsten has high melting point. Because tungsten again has high melting point. The question again says, fluorescent lamp consists of what? Glass tube, 2 filaments of tungsten, and at last 2 points of connection. 2 points of connection. Another question that says, solar eclipse occurs when? What comes between what and what? Again, solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes between the sun and the earth. Solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes between the sun and the earth. Another question that says, lunar eclipse occurs when what comes between what and what? We know that the middle body here must be the earth. So I can say lunar eclipse أو خسوف القمر occurs يحدث when the earth comes between the sun and the moon. لما الإرث بتكون ما بين الشمس والأرض. So again, I have 2 interesting phenomena which are solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Solar eclipse occurs when moon comes between the sun and the earth, but lunar occurs when the earth comes between sun and the moon. When the earth comes between sun and the moon. Another question that says, the gas used in the electric lamps is what? The gas which is used in the electric lamps is what? Surely it will be the argon gas. The argon gas is a gas which is used in the electric lamp. So now I have a very important give reason question in this point. سؤال مهم جدا بيقول لي give reason why we prefer argon gas inside the lamp. ليه بنستخدم الارجون gas داخل اللمبات؟ So the question says give reason. Let us write this question. Give reason. Argon gas نكتب مع بعض. Argon gas is used in the electric lamp. Okay. ليه بستخدم الارجون جاس تحديدا في اللمبات؟ because argon gas، لان الارجون جاس بيعمل عمليه مهمه جدا او عمل جليل جدا. argon gas prevents انه بيمنع prevents burning process. هو غاز خامل عشان كده بنسميه inert gas. يبقى هو بيعمل عمليه burning او بيمنع burning process. So again, because argon gas prevents burning process, because argon gas prevents burning process, and thus وهكذا increase the lifetime of the lamp. كده بيزود عمر اللمبة. طبعا لو في oxygen أو air، أي غاز أو هواء أو غاز الأكسجين مثلا، طبعا دي هتبقى كارثة بالنسبة لللمبة because oxygen gas increase the burning process. احنا عارفين كويس قوي ان الاكسجين جاز بيزود ال burning process، فبكده هيحرق التنجستين فيلامنت، وبالتالي كده هيأثر عمر اللمبة. So again, why we put argon gas inside the electric lamp? Because argon gas prevents burning process، لأنه بيمنع عملية الاحتراق. So now let's back again to another question in this episode about what we have started this semester. Another question that says lunar eclipse occurs in the what? Lunar eclipse كسوف القمر أو خسوف القمر occurs in what? In the middle of lunar months. دايما لو حصل lunar eclipse بيحصل في منتصف الشهر القمري، لما بيكون القمر في حالة بنسميها full moon، when the moon phase is full moon، في حالة البدر أو القمر الكامل. And we know that lunar eclipse occurs 2 times per year in a rate of 2 times per year. بيحصل تقريبا مرتين في السنة. So again, lunar eclipse occurs in the middle of lunar month and it occurs in the rate of 2 times per year. So lunar eclipse occurs at night. So we don't use or we don't need to use special glasses to observe it. lunar eclipse مش خطر خالص. ظاهرة جميلة جدا وشيقة جدا، ممكن نشوفها بمنتهى البساطة ومنتهى السهولة وبدون أي آلات خاصة أو special glasses، نظارات خاصة، because it doesn't harm the eye، لأنها ما بتأذيش العين. So here I have another give reason question. The question says give reason. Let us write this question. Give reason. We don't use. Let us write this question. We don't use. ما بنستخدمش special glasses on observing lunar eclipse. Why we don't use special glasses observing lunar eclipse? Because lunar eclipse doesn't harm the eye. Simply ممكن اقول اجابه مختصره جدا because lunar eclipse، لان lunar eclipse doesn't harm the eye and it doesn't produce، هو ما بينتجش او ما بيرسلش any harmful rays such as ultraviolet radiation or infrared radiation. So again, lunar eclipse is an interesting phenomena and it's a safe phenomena at the same time. هو ظاهرة شيقة جدا وفي نفس الوقت ظاهرة آمنة جدا. We don't use special glasses on observing lunar eclipse. Why? Because it doesn't harm the eye and or why that؟ ليه ما بيأذيش العين؟ ليه ما بيسببش أي أذى للعين؟ Because it doesn't produce any harmful radiation such as radiation coming from the sun during solar eclipse such as the ultraviolet radiation or infrared radiation. وهو ظاهرة آمنة جدا، ممكن بمنتهى البساطة ومنتهى الأمان جدا نشوف سولار اكليبس أو لونر اكليبس لكن سولار اكليبس خطر جدا جدا إن احنا نشوفه because it may cause blindness to the eye. يبقى السولار خطر جدا لكن لونر اكليبس آمن جدا، ممكن نشوفه بمنتهى البساطة. Another question that says materials are classified into what and what according to their conductivity of electricity. المواد قسمناها لنوعين according to طبقا ل their conductivity of electricity، توصيل الكهرباء. طبقا لتوصيل الكهرباء we know that we have electric conductors and also electric insulator. Again, materials are classified into electric conductors and also electric insulator. Another question that says suction pump is what lever while point is a second class lever. Suction pump is what lever while what is a second class lever. We know that suction pump is first or second or third class lever. So let's try to know that type of lever. I have learned you. درسنا مع بعض أكتر مرة وتعلمنا إزاي نعرف نوع الليفر by simple drawing and determine the 3 points which are fulcrum O, resistance R and effort force F. يبقى عشان اعرف نوع اي ليفر لازم اتخيل او ارسم ليها رسم مبسط واحدد ال 3 points F O R واشوف هي النوع الكام. So now let's practice two of the suction pump. Let's draw. نرسم مع بعض suction pump. It's like that. Suction pump is a great cylinder and it has a handle like this. It has axe like this that raise water from the underground water, and it has a tube of water like that. Okay, it's a handle. Handle is what? Handle is the effort force. We know that مكان ايديا قلنا اكتر مره مكان ايديها هو effort force, and the place of movement مكان الحركه is the fulcrum which has a symbol O, and is the place of the thing which want to make الحاجه اللي عايز اعملها or want to move, want to carry is the resistance. So here which point is in the middle? So here O in the middle, O in the middle. So suction pump is what? Suction pump is first class lever. Why? Why suction pump is first class lever? Because it has fulcrum between effort force and the resistance. So again I have a give reason question in this point again. سؤال تاني مهم جدا بيقول لي ليه هي suction pump من ال first class lever. So now let me write this question. Suction pump is a first class lever. Why or give reason? Because it has what in the middle? Because suction pump has fulcrum or O. احنا عارفين كويس قوي ان fulcrum رمزه O، قلنا ناخد بالنا كويس قوي fulcrum رمزه O مش F. fulcrum is between effort force F and resistance R. So again let me remind you، خلينا افكركم تاني with the secret word. في كلمة سرية مهمة جدا اسمها ORF. What's about ORF? If O in the middle it will be first class lever. If R in the middle it will be second class lever. If F in the middle it will be third class lever. So again suction pump is what class lever? Is a first class lever. Why? Because it has fulcrum between effort force and the resistance. And I remind you again with the secret word، كلمة سرية مهمة جدا ايه هي؟ ORF. ORF means what? If O in the middle it will be first class lever. لو ال O هي اللي في المنتصف أو in the middle هي first class lever. If R in the middle لو resistance هي in the middle it will be second class lever. If F in the middle it will be third class lever. So again to know the type of lever you must practice by drawing, sample drawing for the lever that you have and determine the point ORF. If O in the middle it will be first class lever. If R in the middle it will be second class lever. If F in the middle it will be third class lever. So now let's back to our question that says suction pump is what class lever? Suction pump is surely first class lever. While what is second class lever? While for example wheelbarrow, nutcracker, bottle opener, and so on, any type or any example of second class lever. So again suction pump is a first class lever while wheelbarrow is a second class lever. Another question that says during the solar eclipse the outer solar corona keeps on emitting harmful rays such as what and what. هنا ده اللي حذرت منه اكتر من مره ولسه قايله حالا من تقريبا دقيقتين ثلاثه. اثناء السولار اكليبس الشمس بتستمر في ارسال اشعه خطره جدا زي ايه وايه؟ زي ultraviolet radiation and also infrared radiation. So again during the solar eclipse the outer solar corona keeps on emitting harmful rays such as ultraviolet and infrared radiation. Another question that says levers are used to increase what and what. Levers الروافع بتستخدم عشان تزود ايه وايه. Surely levers are used to increase distance and speed. Distance and also the speed and also increase force. For example increase distance and increase speed and also increase force for example. And they are all of them are importance of lever, and we know that importance of lever are 6 importance which are increase distance, increase speed, increase force, moving force from place to place, and accuracy in performance, and at last avoid danger, تجنب الأخطار. So now we have many importance of lever that we have studied this semester. Another question about Lever's law, and I know that all of you like this question because those questions are very, very interesting and easy at the same time. So the question says, the force affecting at a first class lever equals 500 Newton at a distance 10 centimeter from the fulcrum. It affects at a resistance of 200 Newton at a distance 20 centimeter from the fulcrum. Is this lever balanced or unbalanced؟ قلنا أكتر من مرة عشان نحل مسائل الليفر لازم آخد بالي كويس قوي من نوع المسألة. أنا عندي كام نوع مسائل أو كام نوع مسألة في الليفر؟ We have only two types. هما نوعين بس. النوع الأول بيكون عندي 3 values 3 قيم وبجيب الرابعة. النوع التاني زي اللي قدامنا ديت عندي ال 4 values وبحدد الليفر دي balanced or not. So at first step أول خطوة قلناها أكتر من مرة عشان نحل أي مسألة ليفر. First step أول خطوة I must write the law. لازم أكتب قانون الليفر. The lever law states that نكتب مع بعض effort force by effort force arm or F dot arm equal, let us write the law. نكتب مع بعض القانون effort force by effort force arm equal resistance by resistance arm. Okay? So the first step أول خطوة to answer any lever problem you must write the law. لازم أكتب القانون. So again effort force by effort force arm equal the resistance by the resistance arm. And second step الخطوة الثانية you must conclude or exclude the values. لازم أستخلص النتائج أو القيم موجودة عندي في المسألة. For example, the problem says the force affecting at a first class lever equal 500 Newton. So the force here equal what? 500 Newton. At a distance 10 centimeter, so the effort force arm, it will be 10 centimeter. It affects a resistance of 200 Newton. So the resistance is what? 200 Newton. At a distance of 20 centimeter. So the distance here 20 centimeter. So what type is this problem? ايه نوع المسألة ديت؟ هي النوع التاني اللي بطلب مني أحدد فيه الليفر balanced or not. هنا هنتفاجئ بعد شوية. Let us answer the problem. 500 by 10 equal 5,000. 200 by 20 equal 4,000. So I can say they are not equal. Sure, 5,000 isn't equal to the 4,000. So I can say what? The lever is balanced or not. هل الليفر هنا متوازنة؟ لو الفاليو هنا أو الرقم هنا طلع هو هنا يبقى الليفر فعلا balanced. لكن ما دام ما طلعش هما الاثنين نفس الفاليو أو نفس الرقم يبقى the lever is not balanced. So I can say the lever is unbalanced or is not balanced. Why? Because what? Because effort force by effort force arm doesn't equal here in this problem. هنا ما بتساويش في المسألة ديت resistance by the resistance arm. So again the problem of lever they are very interesting and very easy at the same time. هي مسائل سهلة جدا وهي كلها نوعين اتنين بس. النوع الأول مطلوب مني أجيب الفاليو الرابعة أيا كانت واحدة فيهم effort force arm resistance أو resistance arm. النوع التاني من المسائل هو بيديني الفور فاليوز لكن مطلوب مني أعرف البروبلم دي أو الليفر دي balanced or not متوازنة ولا لا. أعرف إزاي؟ بعد ما أحل المسألة هشوف التو سايدز الليفت سايد والرايت سايد. لو هما الاتنين ايكوال يبقى الليفر دي balanced. لو مش ايكوال يبقى الليفر دي not balanced. Why? It's a very important question. سؤال مشهور جدا. ليه الليفر هنا مش balanced أو not balanced؟ Because effort force by effort force arm doesn't equal or isn't equal resistance by resistance force arm. So again the lever's law or the lever problem are very interesting and very easy at the same time, but we must practice more and more. We have no time. We have only I think 3 or 4 days for the exam. So please practice more and more for your exam, especially the problems of lever, because surely any exam must contain at least one problem of lever. أي امتحان على الأقل بيكون فيه مسألة lever وربما أكثر من كده كمان. So now let's practice another problem of lever. The problem says that the exerted force of the first class lever is 500 Newton and the length of the arm is 20 centimeter and affected by a resistance which is 200 Newton. Find the resistance arm. So now first step أول خطوة عشان أحل أي مسألة lever I must write what? I must write the law. The law says what? Effort force by effort force arm equal resistance by resistance arm. Okay? That's the first step. دي أول خطوة. Second step, I must conclude or exclude the values. لازم أطلع القيم اللي في المسألة. The exerted force of the first class lever is 500 Newton. So here 500 under the effort force. كتبت 500 فين؟ تحت effort force. And the length of the arm is 20 centimeter. The length of the arm هنا بتاع مين؟ أكيد بيتكلم عن arm of the effected force أو exerted force is 10 centimeter or 20 centimeter. So I can write 20 centimeter arm under the effort force arm. And is affected by a resistance of 200 Newton. 200 Newton under the resistance. I can write 200 Newton under the resistance because the problem says is affected by resistance 200 Newton. Find the resistance arm. ده النوع الأول من البروبلم بيطلب مني حاجة من الأربعة دول. هنا عايز مني resistance arm. Okay? So here I want the resistance arm. How can I get the resistance arm? I can write the resistance arm. Here I have two sides, left side and right side. Which side is complete with number? مين الجنب اللي عنده أرقام كاملة? This side or this side? Sure, the left side. So it must be numerator. هو اللي هيكون numerator أو بالطريقة اللي بنسميها in mathematics cross multiplication. أكيد كلنا عارفينها كويس أوي. إزاي أجيب resistance arm? I can write 500 by 20 over 200. So here I can omit to deal with the two zeros by calculator. Divide 2 equal 1, divide 2 equal 10. So 5 by 10 equal 50. 50 what? The resistance arm have the same unit of the effort force arm. The effort force arm here is with centimeter. So I can say the resistance arm equal 50 centimeter. So again, the problem of lever, I think, or I'm sure, became very easy. Up till now, we have answered many problems of levers or levers law or levers problem, and we have practiced more and more in last episode and today. And inshallah, in the last episode, next week, we will practice more and more. And please, I advise you have many practice of problem of lever because they are very important and they must be included in your exam. هم أكيد موجودين في الامتحان إن شاء الله. Another problem that says the exerted force of the first class lever equals 400 Newton. So first step أول خطوة بكتب lever's law effort force by effort force arm equal resistance by resistance force arm. That's the first step, okay? The question says or the problem says the exerted force of the first class lever is 400 Newton. So how can or where can I write 400? أكتب فين 400? 400 the exerted force. اوكي ناخد بالنا الارقام ما بيكونش احيانا بالترتيب او مش دايما بالترتيب. And the length of its arm is 20 centimeter. Its arm هنا بيقول لي دراعها هي دراع القوه 20 centimeter يبقى دراع الفورس. And affected by resistance with the value of 200 Newton. So the resistance is 200 Newton. Find the value of the arm of the resistance. هنا برضو عايز arm of the resistance أو resistance arm. So how can I answer this problem? I can say resistance arm equal what? Equal 400 by 20 over 200. 400 divided 200 equal 2. 2 by 20 equal 40. 40 what? 40 centimeter. Why centimeter? Why not Newton? ليه مش نيوتن؟ لأن قلنا أكتر من مرة إن ال effort force arm و resistance arm have the same unit and effort force and the resistance force also have the same unit. يبقى دايما الفورس والresistance ليهم يونت واحدة هي نيوتن، لكن ال effort force arm والresistance arm may be in centimeter or meter, centimeter or meter. So again, I'm sure now problem of lever became more easy. Why? Because we practice more and more. So now I have only one problem, the last problem today in this episode. آخر مسألة النهارده which deal with the balance. مسألة النوع التاني بتعرفني أو بيقول لي الليفر دي balanced or not. In this lever you will find or in this problem you will find 4 values. هتلاقي هنا الأربع قيم موجودين. طب هشتغل ازاي؟ You must write the law and exclude the values under each one of the law and have the right side and the left side. If they are equal, the lever is balanced. If they are not equal, the lever will not be balanced at all. So now, let us read the problem of this lever. The affecting force on the lever equals 30 Newton, and the length of its arm is 20 centimeter. If the value of the resistance is 20 Newton, and the value of the resistance arm is 10 centimeter, is this lever balanced or not? Why? هنا بيقول لي الليفر هي متزنة ولا لا وليه. So now first step, أول خطوة, first step, we must write what? We must write the law. Effort force by effort force arm, نكتب مع بعض, equal resistance by the resistance arm. Okay? It's very important note. Effort force is what? Effort force is 30 Newton. Okay? The affecting force on a lever equal 30 Newton. And the length of its arm, is 20 centimeter. And the value of the resistance is 20 Newton. The resistance is what? 20 Newton. And the value of the resistance arm is 10 centimeter. So now, is this lever balanced or not? الليفر هنا متزنة ولا لا? We must find. 30 by 20 equal what? Equal 600. 20 by 10 equal 200. So sure, I must write they are not equal. So here I can say 600 isn't equal to 200. So I can say the lever is what? The lever is balanced or not? Sure, I can hear all of you, dear pupils. The lever is not balanced. الليفر مش متزنة. Lever is not balanced. أو ساعات بيسموها not in equilibrium state. يعني equilibrium state برضو معناها حالة توازن. Not in equilibrium state. Equilibrium state. Okay. So here, why? I have another question here. Why the lever is not balanced? Because what? Because effort force by effort force arm isn't equal to the resistance force by the resistance force arm. So again, we have practiced today more and more of the levers of problem, of the problem of lever, sorry. And I advise you again, please try to practice to answer the problem of lever, because I'm sure they are very easy. So now let's back to another type of question, which is the give reason question. In give reason question, please read the question carefully and answer it in a simple way. يعني مهم جدا في الجيف ريزون ان انا اتدرب عليه واكتب اجابه بشكل مختصر، بشكل بسيط. مش لازم long statements او جمل طويله قوي، لكن ممكن short statement تكون كفايه قوي. So now let's practice on give reason questions. The question says, argon is used in electric lamp instead of atmospheric air. We use argon gas in electric lamp instead of atmospheric air. ليه بستخدم الارجون جاز بدل اي هواء او اي هواء جوي داخل المصباح الكهربي؟ Because we know that because argon prevents, بيمنع combustion or burning process, because argon gas is an inert gas that prevents burning or combustion process. يبقى ليه بستخدم الارجون جاز داخل المصابيح الكهربية او اللمبات الكهربية؟ Because argon gas is an inert gas that prevents burning، انه بيمنع الاشتعال. Another question that says, water cannot be used to put out the fires resulting from electricity. المية ما ينفعش استخدمها عشان اطفي بيها حرائق الكهرباء. Because what? Because water is a good conductor of electricity that may lead to great fire. ممكن تؤدي الى حريقة اكبر او زيادة في الحرائق. يبقى ما ينفعش خالص استخدم مية في اطفاء حرائق الكهرباء، لكن ممكن استخدم sand او fire extinguisher. Again, water cannot be used to put out the electric fire or the fires resulting from electricity because water is good conductor of electricity. Another question that says, sometimes the first class levers save effort. Sometimes the first class lever save effort. احنا عارفين كويس قوي ان احسن نوع ليفر هو second class، لكن النوع الاول او first class احيانا بيوفر مجهود واحيانا مش بيوفر مجهود. I'm sorry. Why the first class lever saves effort? Because, or when the effort force arm is is longer than the resistance force arm. When the effort force arm is longer than the resistance force arm. So again, the first class lever save effort only. امتى بس النوع الاول بيوفر مجهود؟ لو ال effort force arm is longer than the resistance force R. يبقى عندنا هنا one condition، شرط واحد بس لأي ليفر عشان توفر مجهود، هو when the effort force R is longer than the resistance force R. وده موجود متوفر جدا available in second class lever، واحيانا بيكون موجود في الفيرست كلاس ليفر، لكن مستحيل يكون موجود في الثيرد كلاس ليفر، شرحناها بالتفصيل في حلقه الليفرز لو، وده موضوع مهم جدا. لازم اعرف كويس قوي ان الفيرست كلاس ليفر sometimes save effort، احيانا بتوفر مجهود. السكند كلاس ليفر دايما بتوفر مجهود always conserve effort or save effort or has a mechanical benefit. لكن النوع الثالث هو أسوأ نوع في موضوع توفير الطاقة أو توفير المجهود، لأنه دايما بيكون عنده effort force arm is shorter than، بيكون أقصر من resistance force arm. So again the best type is second class lever. First class lever may be save effort or may not save effort. Third class lever is always the worst type، هو دايما أسوأ نوع. Another question of give reason. We must avoid approaching flammable materials near electric devices that generate heat. سؤال مهم قوي وسهل جدا. بيقول لي we must avoid، لازم اتجنب approaching flammable material، ان انا اقرب اي ماده قابله للاشتعال such as what؟ such as curtains الستاير، carpets السجاد، furniture الاثاث او الموبيليا، clothes الملابس، near the electric devices that generate heat، بالقرب من اي اجهزه كهربائيه بتولد حراره. زي ايه طيب؟ for example electric heater السخان الكهربي او الدفايه، electric iron المكوى الكهربائيه and so on. Why? To avoid electric fire، عشان اتجنب الحرائق الكهربائيه. Again to avoid electric fires، عشان اتجنب الحرائق الكهربائيه. Because we know that the flammable material may approach to the electric device that generates heat and cause electric fire. So again, we must avoid approaching flammable materials near the electric devices that generates heat to avoid electric fire. To avoid what? To avoid electric fire. Another question that says, the presence of two pieces of lead، وجود قطعتين رصاص in the electric lamp. Why they are present in the electric lamp? To connect electricity to the two copper wire، عشان يوصلوا كهرباء او التيار الكهربي تو كابر واير، اللي بعد كده هيوصلوا كهرباء بدورهم للتانجستين فيلامنت. يبقى وجود التو بيسز اوف ليد او تو كابر ليد واير مهمين جدا عشان يوصلوا electric current to the tungsten filament. Another question that says you mustn't look directly at the sun during the solar eclipse، يعني مش لازم تبص للشمس بشكل مباشر اثناء كسوف الشمس، او ده مش لازم بس ده مهم جدا، يعني it's forbidden، ممنوع تماما انك تبص للشمس اثناء السولار اكليبس. Why? Because or to protect my eye from blindness، عشان تحمي عينيا from blindness لا قدر الله العمى. Because again the sun or the solar corona الاشعه الخارجه من الشمس او الهاله اللي موجوده حوالين الشمس keeps on emitting harmful radiation such as ultraviolet radiation and also infrared rays. الأشعة اللي خارجة من الشمس في الوقت ده بتكون ضارة جدا، زي الأشعة اللي بنسميها أشعة تحت الحمراء اللي بنسميها infrared and ultraviolet أو الأشعة الفوق بنفسجية. So again you mustn't look directly at the sun during the solar eclipse to protect my eye from blindness، عشان تحمي عينيا من blindness العمى. Another question that says decorative lamps are connected in parallel not in series. دايما لما بحب اوصل لمبات خصوصا لمبات الاضاءه او لمبات التزيين في الجريت شوبس المحلات الكبيره او stores we connect them in parallel not in series. Why? Because in parallel connection each lamp works independently، عشان في حاله الباراليل كل لمبه بتشتغل بشكل مستقل. works independently تشتغل بشكل مستقل عن أي لمبة تانية. So again because in parallel connection each lamp works independently. Okay. Another question that says we must avoid inserting metallic objects in socket. يعني لازم أمتنع تماما أن أحط أي حاجة معدنية such as nails such as for example pencil. We know that the pencil contains graphite or carbon, and the carbon is a good conductor of electricity. حتى البنسل نفسه قلم الرصاص ممنوع نحطه في السوكت أو في أي فيشة كهربية because all of them are conductors of electricity. So again, we must avoid inserting metallic objects such as nails, such as pens, دبابيس أو مسامير. Why? To avoid electric shock, as metals are conductors of electricity. Another question that says, we must not touch electric socket with wet hands. ما ينفعش ألمس أي فيشة كهربائية أو السوكت اللي بنسميه الفيشة يعني with wet hands وإيديا مبلولة أو مبللة because water is an electric conductor that cause electric shock. لأن المية موصل كهربي وده ممكن يسبب electric shock. So now by this question I'm afraid we have reached the end of this episode. But I promise you to meet again next Thursday, inshallah, or next, I think, next Wednesday for the last revision for this semester. And I hope you every possible success. Please study hard, practice more and more. All type of question, give reason, complete scientific term, and also the problem of levers. And now I wish you every possible success, and I can say to you goodbye, to meet again. Thank you.